Look, I'm unstoppable. Forget your defense, nothing but an obstacle. Run it back, switch it up, call it audible. Serving up them Hail Marys till the game over with. The showstopper so hot, you gotta blow on it. I said I'll huff and I'll puff, then I'll pass to my left while I'm looking to my right. Hit him right in the chest, it be looking like magic. Better give me the throne. I ain't talking about Patrick, but I rep my home. I'm never at the end of my zone, I'm bad to the bone. Eating up these pig skins like they chicharrones. And you a douche cabron. Mira, mira at the mirror on the wall. I'm the greatest of them all. They gon' put me in the hall. Your name is only written in a bathroom stall. Quit your stalling and make a play. My drive too long, pop the clutch, I don't pump the brakes. I know what it takes to gain the muscle, get rugged. These butterfingers be fumbling, squash the scrimmage and rub it in Robitussin. How I give them concussion, they see in double, they rushing.
Yo, and welcome to the Texans Fan Battle Podcast. I'm one of your amazing trio, your host tonight, Matthew Briggs. And as always with me, I got the space legend, Mr. BT. Say what's up.
What's going on, guys?
And before I introduce the other member of the amazing trio, I got to say, man, yesterday it's been a year, brother, since we started this whole thing. It's an honor. My A1 since day one, Mr. Crenshaw.
What's up, man?
Tearing it up, brother. Tearing it up.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of love today with the announcement of our 1 year anniversary. And the guy who showed us much love, we had to have him come on. We got Mr. Piggy Fig. Say what's up to the folks, guys.
What's going on? What's going on? Congratulations again, man. Like a year, a lot of people start podcasts and they don't last a week. They don't last 2 weeks. But for y'all to do it for a year, man, pump that up. That's a big deal, man. Just keep going, man. Just keep staying consistent. If you think people ain't watching, people are watching, man. Just keep going.
I was always told never give up. So even when we suck, we still, we still out there. So
No, y'all do a good job, man. I appreciate y'all having me on.
Oh, we appreciate you coming on, and like I said, the love and support on Twitter, much appreciated. Guys, before we talk about this week's game while we're here, let's kind of talk a little bit about the Cal McNair presser today. It was called the AMA, right?
Yeah, it's called a Reddit Ask Me Anything.
Okay, all right. Biggie Fig, did you pay attention to any of this?
I was, man. I was looking at it, and it's funny because I used to be on Reddit a minute ago. And so when I seen it, I'm like, is this him for real? Like, is he on Reddit? So I had to re-download the app. And I logged back in. And
so what's the one of the questions that caught your eye and you liked?
Some of the I seen one asking why did they employ Jack Easterby? And I like his answer for it, man. Like, I'm glad he didn't run away from the question, nothing like that. But I'm glad he kind of addressed that a little bit. I don't know if you consider addressing it or not, but I think
for those people who didn't see it, what was the answer?
So wait, man, let me pull it up real quick.
Oh, he got to find the receipts.
Yeah, so somebody yeah, man. So somebody asked why is Jack Easterby still employed? And his answer was Jack helped Nick and Lovey from a operations and logistics perspective. We feel like everyone is in the right role, and we are excited about the direction we're heading in. I think that's all he could say, man. He can't sit there and say, hey, we see all the hate on Twitter or on the radio or whatever. So, I don't know why we still got him here. I think he said the right thing.
Right.
I just wanted to add that he did officially answer that. That was his official answer, but he was actually quite funny when he was answering this. So for those that aren't big Redditors, I'm on Reddit a lot. So I'm on Reddit, on Twitter. Those are the two social media platforms that I'm on. So I'm on there. On Twitter, I'm Brown Chubby Bear. On Reddit, I'm Chubby Brown Bear. So pretty similar. And one of the things that he did was he actually referenced something that happened 11 years ago when Woody Harrelson had his AMA. And again, for those that don't know, so an AMA means that you're supposed to be able to talk about anything. It's not one specific topic. And someone was asking Woody Harrelson about his personal life, and Woody Harrelson said, "Let's keep it to Rampart." So what Cal McNear did is he actually screenshotted that and basically was making fun of the fact of saying, making fun of Woody Harrelson and actually showing the Reddit community that he understands how Reddit works. He using a meme that was basically 11 years old and really made anyone that actually knows the Reddit community and the culture laugh. He did it a couple times in a few different questions, and he really actually came out strong. There was talk on Reddit that it was going to be a disaster, this and that. I will say he killed it. I will say that he gets an A+ from me.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I seen that joke. I ain't understand what was going on. I was just like, all right. I everybody said it was funny, so I rolled with it too.
well, I'll go with you, BT. What was one of the questions that you liked and were impressed with?
Well, there was a couple that I was actually quite impressed with. So let me give you two of them. One of them was, again, there was another joke that Cal McNear is considered Tommy Boy, right? If everyone remembers that movie, and someone tried to actually make fun of him, and they asked, and the question was, "Are you a fan of the movie Tommy Boy?" And his response was perfect. He said, "I am. It's one of my favorites." But I have to tell you that didn't Tommy Boy save the company at the end of the day? So he kind of responded to the question, didn't shy away from these questions, and still came up with a good response. Another one was the thing about what video games are you playing with? Because everyone knows the whole story about that someone walked in, I think it was Derek Carr, that walked into his office and they saw him playing with his Xbox. He was just playing video games all day. Well, he actually put that rumor to bed. First of all, he joked about it. When someone said, "What are you playing?" He said, "Zelda," jokingly. And then he answered the question. And he said basically that his office, he had multiple screens and remotes so he can actually watch NFL film. And so some people may have gotten the wrong idea of why he was watching TV or so forth. But it wasn't that he was playing Xbox, it's that he was actually looking at NFL film.
I'm glad you brought that one up because, like, he's the owner of the football team. Like, that's why he hires Nick Caserio. That's why he hires GM. So, like, who cares if he's playing Zelda? Like, come on, man. At least he's not pulling a Jerry Jones, a Dan Snyder, or Robert Kraft. He's just chilling and playing video games. Leave me alone.
I was actually cool with him playing video games, man.
Right.
If I saw him again, I was going to ask him what games he was playing.
For real. Like
I'm good.
What does it matter? I mean, he's the owner. He don't have to watch game film or anything like that. Does it help? Sure, but come on, guys.
And I think at the time he wasn't technically the owner, right? Am I right?
No, he wasn't, because his dad was still the owner. So
his dad
he was
still alive, yeah. And then I think the person that walked in was it Sage Rosenfels?
It was, and so he's the one that reported it, and then
told the
I
story,
believe like
right?
Derek Carr saw it. Like that's the rumor anyway.
Okay, yeah.
That helps my argument even better. I mean, he's not even the owner yet, so what does it matter? Crenshaw, what about you?
I guess the one that everybody been asking for years about the uniforms. So that right there caught my eye, and him showing love to his mom, because no one ever talks about her. It's always about the son this, the son that. So I think that was pretty good as well. So, but by me following the team for the last 20 years, okay, you guys, have y'all ever seen like the fans just nitpick over everything that the owner does the last couple of years? Like, we was bad like so many years, but the fans never came this hard. Like, why all of a sudden now every little thing is a nitpick, and every little thing you got to do this right or get them out of here? Like, why is that?
Because of the culture today, the cancel culture. I think if they bitch and moan so long enough that they'll finally get canceled. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
I mean, I will say this. I think a lot of Texans fans feel that we as a community always complain about leadership, but in reality, and I honestly wouldn't have really known this if it wasn't for Twitter, but a lot of fan bases don't like the ownership. I mean, when you're talking about the Ravens, the Bengals, the Jets, I mean, the Giants, I mean, there's a lot of fan bases that complain about their ownership consistently. And I think that's part of it, because if you're not winning Super Bowls, because everyone has been kind of, I would say, quote unquote, destroyed with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, and it's hard to compete against a dynasty like that. And so when you're in a fan base that's not necessarily up to that level, I think that a lot of fan bases just complain, and it's not necessarily something that's unique to Texans fans. It's really something that's just NFL wide. Like, fans just complain about the ownership because they feel like the ownership controls everything, and sometimes they do. But I think it's just a way to complain, frankly. It's like bitching about your boss.
Okay, so I got this question for Figgy. Figgy, okay, we know, or if they don't know, I know, you're lifelong Cleveland Browns fan, correct?
Yeah, we were talking about that in pre-recording.
It's in my heart.
It's in your heart. Okay, now,
heart.
How was the fans towards you guys' ownership? Because we know you guys been to playoffs one time in the last, 25 years, some of that nature. So how was the fans towards him? Or what? No, it's the lady or is a man? Who is it?
So Jimmy and D Haslam. Yeah. So it's kind of like Hannah, Cal and Hannah.
Yeah, Cal and Hannah. Yeah. So how are the fans towards them?
To be honest, they start getting a little restless too, man. They start, and mind you, he just bought that team. Like, it wasn't 20 years ago. It was kind of
2008, right?
Yeah, I was about to say it's about 10, 12 years ago. So he's still somewhat of a kind of a new owner. And eventually, a couple years ago, they was getting restless. They was like, man, he need to eat that. Like, my man said, people just start complaining, saying they need to sell a team. They need to sell a team. And it's just like, come on, man. He not about to, why would he sell a team right now?
Right.
So I think I agree with you. I think it's part of just complaining a little bit, but also, man, when I think about that, I kind of look at Cal too as a somewhat of a new owner, because this is his first time kind of, being the head man in charge.
Right.
So
in the driver's seat. Right.
Yeah. So a lot of these owners, man, they don't step in and just become a playoff team and do everything right off the bat. So I think the past 2 seasons was his growing pain, because this is the first time the franchise been this low. So I think now he just trying to figure some things out, and I really appreciate him, taking time. I know a lot of people laugh at the little stuff they're doing now, saying, "Oh, it's a PR stunt and all this other stuff," but I think they realize that they need these fans. So let's go out here and cook some burgers. Let's go out here and shake some hands and do all the work like that, because
kiss some babies and stuff.
Yeah, so I think he's still learning this, because remember when he stepped in, man, the Texans were selling out every game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now you go from that to you trade your franchise quarterback wanted out, and a lot of people stood by him up until the allegations and all that stuff, but
still are. I mean, you still got diehard fans that are still.
Yeah, you still got the diehard fans, but people wasn't showing up to the games like they was before.
Right.
So now, I respect that he, decides to start at ground level one to, talk to these fans. Let's do a radio interview. Let's do this Reddit interview or whatever it was. Let's do all this stuff so we can kind of get back to get back to what Texans football used to be.
Yeah.
Right.
And a lot of owners don't do that. Jimmy Haslam wasn't doing that.
Well, the thing is too, as an owner, like, he's not the one picking up players. He might have a say in it, but he hires GMs, he hires head coaches. Sometimes it doesn't work. Fans got to understand that. At the end of the day, it's a business. Sometimes he hires good employees, sometimes he doesn't. So
and to be honest, he could be that owner that's like the I'm trying to think of an owner. I don't want to say Jerry Jones, but he could be somewhat like a Jerry Jones that's saying, "Hey, pick this person," or I would say Jimmy Haslam.
Mark Cuban.
Yeah, Jimmy Haslam was like that. He was the one that wanted Johnny Manziel.
And the Seattle owner too. He's pretty boisterous over there.
Yeah, so he could easily be like that and be making the wrong picks. Yeah. But I respect that he got, clearly he felt like he's not that personnel guy, that personnel owner. So he getting somebody like Nick Caserio to do all that stuff, and he trusts Nick Caserio. So I respect that.
And to me, he seems more humble, and which I greatly appreciate. Like you said, I mean, he's a busy guy. So for him to come flip the burgers, even they taste like charcoal. I mean, at least he did it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, like I said, man,
how did the burgers taste, Figgy?
I ain't really get a chance to taste it. I had to go to work, but I heard it was pretty good though, man. I heard it was pretty good.
Good. All right. Well,
I just want to add.
Go ahead.
I just want to add one more thing. That's actually a very big thing from a fan perspective. What Cal said today, people were asking if there was any way that they would consider doing some sort of jersey swap, and he essentially said, "Wait in October." So all the fans that are trying to say, "What are you going to do with their Watson jerseys?" Because I'm actually wearing my Hopkins jersey right now because that jersey I still wear, but I won't wear my Watson jersey. So he actually said that we're going to be able to give our Watson jerseys back and either get a discount or get another jersey or something. So that's really some fan appreciation right there.
So can I trade my JJ Watt jersey? Because I'm scared to wear it because I'm scared I might get hurt wearing it. So I need a new one. Before we move on, got a couple from the chat. Or this one is Coach Dante. He said, "What up, guys? Much love, Coach." But before we move on to other Texan news, if you listen to me on here or on Twitter, Texans Twitter, I'm not a big fan of the new Texans ESPN writer because I think he's a big Jets lover.
Ooh, DJ.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
Like I never want to root for the Jets to lose, but since this guy came on, I'm like anybody but the Jets. I'm ABJ, anybody but Jets.
Now he's not. Now he's not really a Jets fan.
I know, but just the way he's defending Zach Wilson's like, bro, like, come on now. I get it, but and
wait, hold on, whoa. So who he a fan of?
So he's a Dolphins fan.
Yeah. So
he's a Dolphins fan.
Yeah. So I think
that's why he don't know a good quarterback when he sees one. Okay.
So he liked it. Yeah, he liked the Dolphins, the Heat. He a big fan of the Heat.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean nothing bad about him. I mean, I don't hate him as a person. There's just some of his texts like, bro, come on, man. Like,
Yeah,
but I think he just like to stir the pot, kind of like what Sarge, kind of like what he does. I think he like to stir the pot to see what we're gonna say.
Like Rivers,
keep his mentions going and everything. That's what I think. I don't think he mean no harm when he say what he say.
Yeah, I know, but I like Sarge and Rivers. I just get tired of hearing it. Like, come on, man. Like, put some good stuff out there.
They didn't cancel Rivers already.
I know that I did. About time. But speaking of Zach Wilson, he is not the starter week 1. I guess he's hurt and be the old Joe Flacco being the starting quarterback of the Jets. So if you have us ranked lower than the Jets, you are high and you get drug tested. The Jets are worse than the Texans right now. But moving on, we got some pickups before the season started. We signed the running back from the Dolphins practice squad. I forget his first name. Anybody know it?
Jared. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but I believe that's how you pronounce it because it's spelled like Gerrid. So I believe that you pronounce it Jared.
The rookie out of Cincinnati, and then the Bills and Buccaneers former tight end OJ Howard. I'll kick you off, Figgy Fig. How did you like it? Do you think it was a good pickup or?
I think the OJ Howard pickup is I think it's a great pickup, man. I think they just I don't think it's a lose-lose situation for it. So, and they desperately need tight ends.
Yes.
So I think if you could get the OJ Howard from Tampa Bay a couple years ago, I think that would be great.
Low risk, high reward type.
Yeah, if not, I think the contract was like a veterans something. So yeah, I don't think that's a bad pickup at all. I actually like it. And I want to see him revive his career, man, because I know he had a rough couple to revive his career here. I think that would be.
Yeah, and it was kind of cool to see him that everybody had him reporting to the Bengals, and then hold up, the Texans are here, so it was good to see that. Crenshaw, I kick it off to you, bro. What do you think?
First, the guy we got from Miami, I ain't never heard this guy in my life.
Really?
So I don't know.
Yeah, I skipped past that.
Yeah,
really?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know nothing about the guy. All I seen people were showing he had one-handed catch in Cincinnati. That's all I seen. So I don't know nothing about him. The OJ Howard was a good pickup because didn't Lovey draft him?
Am
I right?
I think you're right.
Yeah, so he had 4 years with him.
Yeah.
So they know each other.
Okay, so I feel like, that was one of the main reasons why he wanted to come to the Texans. But his talent would make him a top 3 Texans tight end in history, his talent, because, our tight end, like our running backs, haven't been good over the years. So I like the pickup because Brevin and Farrell Brown, I don't know, man. I don't know. So now I see why Bill O'Brien was drafting 2 tight ends every year because we can't ever get one right. So hopefully OJ comes through for us. He's a good blocker. I mean, he's kind of slow now because of the injuries, but hey, whatever it
Still
takes.
big body.
So I like it. Yeah, big body. So I like
sure.
it. Yeah, I like it.
And plus, I like it too because of the presence it brings to Jordan. Like he can share his experience with Jordan to hopefully open his eyes and get better. Here's hopeful. But BT, I go to you. What do you think?
So I really did like the OJ Howard pickup. I also like the contract deal. As Figgy mentioned, it is actually quite cheap. It was actually reported earlier that we overpaid him, and it ended up being that was incorrect. We're only giving him, as I think you're right, it's like $1 million or so, 1.035 this year. He is making more because of his previous contract, but we're not paying him. So I like the pickup. I like the fact that we made sure that it didn't really affect our cap. So that's definitely a big issue because we when we signed him, we only had I think $1 million in cap, and we had freed some money since then. So that was a good deal. To talk about Dokes, I will say I didn't know him at all until yesterday. So I started looking him up, trying to see some of his college film. So the dude didn't get a ton of carries, but he was productive. 600 yards on the ground, 200 through the air. The dude looks like he is aggressive. Obviously, something I always keep talking about when we talk about different players. I like players that aren't afraid of contact. He doesn't just go and get out of bounds. No, he'll hit you and try to get that extra yard. So that's just a few things that I saw. Obviously, I need to look at more stuff before I give a full review. But basically, so far, I think it's good to go. I mean, our running back room outside of Dameon Pierce is kind of light. So any sort of help that we get right there, I think is completely positive. He was a 7th round pick for Miami. So, this is more of a wait and see if he can be developed. I don't know if he will see the field a lot, but I do think that if there's an injury or something, especially to Rex Burkhead or something, that he can definitely step in. So overall, I like the 2 signings, and what I like even more, not just the 2 signings, is Caserio is being smart on our restructuring because, like I said before, we had $1 million in cap space. He just restructured, so now we have about 3. We need about 5 to basically get through the season. So he's adding players and still making sure that we can still have the cap space to have a decent season as well.
Yeah, I guess I'm the only one who watched them this season, but I like underdog college football teams, and seeing the Cincinnati, they were a very underdog team, so I watched them. He reminds me, not his type, but kind of a Dameon Pierce. once he gets hit, he still goes forward. He still gets that positive yardage. So I like it because of the youth. I don't like this whole 90-year running backs with going after with Walkers and Canes like we did with David Johnson, Rex Burkhead. Youth,
yeah,
yeah. So. The one thing I gotta say about the running back position, I am a little worried, man, because like although I never heard of this guy, I'm not sure if he's gonna be that number 2.
Right.
I feel like they relying on Rex Burkhead to be number 2 right now. So that's the only thing I'm a little worried about, man. I don't think Rex is a number 2. I can see him as a number 3.
I don't even. I'm a big Rex Burkhead guy, and I don't even see him as a number 3. Like I would take.
I totally get that.
I would take Mac and Dare over Burkhead. Like I mean,
yeah.
I just don't see the production, but.
Yeah, I guess they just. I mean, I'm not even sure how they're gonna use them. If they just gonna run them through the tackles or what, but I can see him being like a third down, a pass catch type of guy.
Yeah.
But not to be like I just can't rely on him, man. I kind of wish they, I don't know. I wish they could have kept Mac as a backup or something like that. But maybe. I don't know, man. That's the part I'm kind of iffy about, man. If they just gonna give it to Pierce and run him to the ground, or are they gonna focus on try to get somebody else too? I'm not sure how they gonna do with that.
Yeah, right. Me too. That's one thing I'm worried about. But Casario's smart, so maybe he knows something we don't. Who knows?
I just can't wait to see Pierce, man. Pierce. Shoot, when was the last time we seen a running back like that? Maybe Hyde.
yeah, probably Hyde.
Yeah. And
he came out the gate balling out the gate.
And tell you the truth, we never really had a running back like Pierce's type. Like we never had a bruiser that no matter what is going to get you positive yards. No matter what, he can find you the end zone. So. Yeah, it's good to see. So hopefully, but like Crenshaw said last week, it's just preseason. He has to bring it to the season. So hopefully he does that. Well, guys, the next discussion this weekend we're 0-4 last 2 years against the Colts, but the Colts are 0-2 last time they opened the season with us, and they haven't lost or they haven't won since 2016, a season opener. So we're kicking it off against the Colts. Crenshaw, I'll give it to you first. What's your predictions and what's the key strategy to win the game?
Well, we all know the key strategy is to stop JT. That's it. Stop JT, make Ryan throw the ball. But I'm going on a limb, man. Keep the streak alive. We're gonna beat them. I'm going 24-17, and I'm looking at my rookie Petrie. Shout out to Petrie to have a big game, and I think the defense is gonna hold it down. I think the defense is actually gonna be pretty good this year, man. I'm going maybe top 13. It might be too high, but I'm going top 13. I just feel like the defense is so much better all across the board. Better coaching. They brought in a lot of veteran guys to help them out and everything. So I'm going us,
You're busting out the bag. You're busting out the bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos already, bro. Huh? Getting spicy over here.
Man. Yeah, because Colts. Like a lot of people high on them, got them winning the division, but you're just gonna run it all day. I don't believe in Matt Ryan. I don't think Pittman is a wide receiver one like they're making him out to be. I feel like Stingley could shut him down, and then you got the rookie over there, Pierce. I don't think he's good enough, so we're gonna beat him, man. We're gonna beat him.
Okay. All right.
And I'll be there to witness the whole thing. If we don't win, I'm gonna be mad.
Well, BT, I'll speak to you next. What you got? What's your keys to strategy and your prediction?
So I will agree on Crenshaw that on the defensive side, it's stopping JT, but I will also say that, you put Stingley on Pittman, you put Nelson on Pierce, and you force Ryan to throw, and then you take down, his top two receivers, because Nelson is pretty strong. He's not obviously as good as Stingley, but you take down his two top receivers, and what do you have really left? So that's what you do on the defensive side. On the offensive side, it's run the damn ball. Run the ball, control the clock. make sure that our defense doesn't have to be out there the entire time. You do that, we can win this game. I also don't think that Darius Shaquille Leonard is going to play. So it's about a 50-50 shot. So him not playing will also give us a bit of an upper hand because he is a threat. So I think we have a really good shot, and we better, because I have a couple of bets with some Colts fans that we're going to beat them. So we better beat them.
I have to agree with you because I made, of course, everybody knows we have a sister podcast called the AFC South Podcast. And Monday, I made a bet with the two Colts, $50 each, to the Head On Youth Impact Foundation. Okay. So hopefully the Colts be paying that $50 to that organization because I don't want to pay $100. I'm good on that. But Biggie Fig, what do you think? What's your predictions? What and the key to strategy? What you got?
Yeah, I hate to be the Debbie Downer, man. Y'all man.
Sir, don't make me kick you off, all right?
I'll say this. I think the key to beat the Colts is they got to run the ball. I think if they run the ball, if they keep the chains going, and Davis Mills not make a lot of mistakes, I think they will have a chance. As far as the defense, I agree with you. I think the defense got a lot better. I think the corners are the secondary is a lot better. I think I also think for the Texans to beat them, I think they got to force Matt Ryan to throw the ball, man. I think they got to put the game in his hand. However, I think I just don't see the defense stopping Jonathan Taylor like that, man. I think it's gonna be a tight game, but I think in the fourth quarter, man, I think JT just gonna run the ball and they ain't gonna be able to stop him, man. And that's no slight to the defense because I don't think anybody could just stop Jonathan Taylor. But I think at the end of it all, man, he the better running back, and I think he gonna take over the fourth quarter. I think the Texans gonna lose 24-21. I think it's gonna be a close game. I don't think. Look, Crenshaw, I don't think you gonna leave the game pissed. I think you probably gonna lead the game like, okay, like that was actually a good game, but you can't stop JT. So I think it'd be one of those type of games where Reaction Monday gonna be actually cool, where we gonna be like, damn, that game they actually could have won this game, but you couldn't stop JT.
I'll take the 21 because we want to score 3 last year.
Right. Well, like 61-3 or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah,
crazy
they
like
beat us.
that?
Beat us pretty good. Yeah, beat us pretty good. I'll take that. But what Figgy said, that's right. Fourth quarter, because like last year, the defense played good, and second half they got gas. The offense was moving the chains. So we scored 21. I mean, offense moving the chains this game right here.
Yeah, because if you look at the game last year against the Browns, they kind of had a chance, but they couldn't really stop the run, man. And then even 2 years ago with Deshaun, like they was somewhat in the game, but they was just running the ball like crazy.
Yeah. Then Nick Chubb hit him with that long run at the end and everything.
Yeah. So I think
I'm glad you
brought
the Browns game up and the Colts, stopping JT. Well, last year we did stop the Browns running game in the first half. That's why we're in it. But once Davis Mills came in there, we handcuffed him like Tim Kelly's favorite style, and we couldn't move, like Crenshaw couldn't move the chains. The defense got gassed. Same thing last year with the Colts, both games. First half, we kept JT under 50 yards. So I think if we can keep JT under 50 yards in the first half and move the chains and keep the defense off, because I forget the exact stat, but the time of possession for the other team against the Texans was like almost over 70%. Like we were on the field way too much for with the defense. So if we can move those chains and stop JT, I think we have a chance. And I think this defense, Jalen Petrie is one of the best pure tacklers that come out of this draft. Like the guy's tackling skills are top notch. So I think that's going to help us a big key. But the only thing that worries me is the nose tackle position. I don't think we have a big moose to stop the run. So that worries me a little bit. But I'm kind of opposite of you, Crenshaw and BT. I don't want Stingley on Pittman. I want the experienced guy on Pittman. I want Nelson on him. I want him to lock him down. He had Debo locked down, and Debo's a way better receiver than Pittman. So I kind of want the experienced guy on Pittman and let Stingley kind of learn a little bit on his first game. So it's not a lot of
if you do that, you got to get ready for the PR after the game.
Oh, I know.
Because if Nelson don't do a good job, they're gonna like, why you didn't have Derek on them? So
right,
you got to worry about the PR.
To be honest, you might see both.
Right.
I think
right.
it might be a point where, because this is Stingley first game, so they might try to handcuff him a little bit to try to see what's going on. And if Nelson is getting handled, then they might throw Stingley on him to see what he can do. Right. So you might see some of both, to be honest,
and vice versa. Like if Stingley's getting handled, you might see Nelson thrown over there. So yeah, I agree with you there, Biggie. But I agree with you. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a hard, tough game because every division game is. So I'm going to say 17-13 Texans. We keep the streak alive. 3-0 against the Colts on season opener, and they're one more year down. Can't win the season opener. So let's hope. I'd rather listen to some good news than bad news. Like I said, I don't want to pay. I will because it's good charity, but I don't want to pay that $100, bro. Like I got to feed my kids, But Biggie, we have this thing we do on here every game, and so we want to do it with you. First, we got two of them since this is a season opener. We got two of them. So the first one is about this game. What's your hot take of the game? It'd be anything crazy like Jonathan Grenard's going to break Derek Thomas's sack record. Davis Mills is going to throw 500 yards. What's your hot take of this game?
Hot take? Ooh, I'm going to say my hot take will be Dameon Pierce will run for over one. I'm going to say 150. He's going to go for 150. I'm going to say 150.
Okay. Crenshaw, what you got?
My hot take, I'm going to piggyback off Figgy, but I'm going to say that he breaks Aaron Foster's record against the Colts. I know y'all remember that game.
Wasn't it like 198 or something like that? Like when he just
3
ran
touchdowns.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns. Yeah.
That's back when Peyton Manning was pissed. He got kicked out of him.
Yep.
BT, what you got?
Well, Fig kind of stole mine because I was going to say Dameon Pierce is going for 120 yards, but you said 150, just makes me even happier. But I'll say that Stingley gets 2 interceptions this game.
Okay.
Man, that'd be real good right there, man.
Yeah. I would give a damn if they lose at that point. Like, look, we got a corner.
Right. I'm going to say that the Texans have 6 sacks of all, and just Gennard would have 2 of them. But the whole season, the whole game, it would be 6 sacks. I was going to say Pierce rookie record, breaking the rookie record, but Crenshaw already got that one on me. So, all right. Well, now, like I said, the season opener tomorrow night. Biggie Fig, what's your season hot take? Like again, it could be Davis Mills winning MVP, Lovie Smith taking home the Coach of the Year. Like, what is your hot take of this season?
Texans related.
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, I don't even know if this would be a hot take, but I would say Brandon Cooks would make a Pro Bowl.
He should. He should be on the top 100.
I think he'd be a Pro Bowl receiver. And I ain't talking about just a guy that just made it because somebody got hurt or decided not to go. I think he will get voted as a Pro Bowl receiver.
Like I told these guys last week, Brandon Cooks needs to hire Tony Busby because he is getting assaulted by the NFL of how underrated he is. Like they showed this man no love at all. Like
him and DJ Moore. Those two guys just no love.
He should have been on that top 100 over DeAndre Hopkins and
Odell
Beckham. Like they both didn't have great years last year. This guy put up 1,000 yards with 2 different quarterbacks. Like, come on. Yeah. But rant over. Sorry. BT, what's your season hot take?
So my hot take is that Jalen Petrie is going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. I think that I know a lot of people keep talking about Stingley, and as we should, but I really do believe that Jalen Petrie will be the star of this draft. And we've already seen it, not just in training camp, but we've seen it in preseason. The dude is everywhere. The interception that Smith got, it really should have been Petrie. Petrie was the one that dove for that interception, and then Smith just kind of snuck it in. He also stopped the run. So when they load up the box, he's been able to stop the run. I think what you're going to see here is he can lead tackles in many different games as well. And I really think that there is a chance that he wins Defensive Rookie of the Year.
All right. Crenshaw, speak to me. What you got?
Same thing I said earlier about the top 13 defense. That's my hot take. Top 13 defense. I like what you said, VT, about Petrie. I like him as a Jeremy Chin. I don't know if y'all watch the Panthers, but a Jeremy Chin, that's what I want Petrie to be this year. So there it is.
All right. Well, my hot take is we're going to have 4 Pro Bowlers from this team this year. Yes.
All right.
Brandon Cooks, Laramie Tunsil, Damian Pierce, and I'm going to say Jonathan Gennard. I think he's going to have a breakout year this year with some help on the other side. So, yeah, that's my hot take.
That is a hot take.
Yeah.
Hey, that's good news for the Texans because if we have 4 Pro Bowlers, that means we're winning. So, let's hope. Well, guys, before we bounce, we got some good news last week. We are now sponsored by Manscaped. If you enter the promo code FANBATTLE, all capitalized, you get 20% off and free shipping. They sent me a box yesterday, and I tried it out. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm working, I get hot and sweaty, and I get man swamp down there. They gave me this ball deodorant. I didn't know they had ball deodorant. Kind of cool. Used it first time. Smooth. Yep, my boy Crenshaw got it right there. So check, good stuff. We're in the shirt, nice, comfortable. So definitely check it out. Say Fan Battle, free shipping and 20% off. You can't beat that. Well, Piggy, again, man, we appreciate the love and support that you give us, man. Thanks for coming on. Busy schedule, coming and chatting with us is always a good time. Tell the folks where we can find you and what you got going on.
All right, yeah. You can listen to me on In the Loop on Sports Radio 610 Monday through Friday, 10 to 2, as well as the Gems and Juice podcast, my hip hop podcast. I do every Friday. I stream
Gems and Juice.
Yeah, Gems and Juice podcast. Yeah, every Friday night we stream, and you can subscribe to the podcast on wherever you get your podcast at. So
tomorrow I'm going to go see Kevin Gates. Is he going to disappoint me? Yes or no?
Man, his concerts be looking kind of weird, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like every time I see a clip from his concert, he be putting a finger in the girl's mouth, and
he wants some B King stuff, huh?
He's been doing some Deshaun Watson stuff down there, huh?
Yeah, man. Don't be surprised if some ladies come out of nowhere in a couple years, like, "Hey, he did this to me." But I don't know. I heard he put on pretty good concerts, so yeah, man.
I go to concert. I go to concerts all the time. I never been to Gates, so I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, like I said, I just be seeing the clips floating around of him having to grow on stage and be, doing all type of crazy stuff. So
I liked his last record, so I was like, I gotta give him a try. So old lady want to go see him, so
okay,
why not? So
nice.
Crenshaw, tell the folks where we can find your hot takes on Texan Twitter.
Find me at Fifth Ward Crenshaw. I'm everywhere.
And if y'all are going to the game, he'll be there. So give a shout out to Crenshaw.
Oh yeah, I'll be at
the red light.
Red light. Yeah, we'll be in the red light with the HEB looking for the HEB tailgaters of the game.
Okay.
So, I'm coming to the red light before the game.
Yeah, I'll be in the red light doing that. Also, after that, we'll be in the blue light. We'll be at the we usually go to the No Said Tailgaters. Okay. They put on one of the best tailgates in Houston, to be honest. So I'll be there after that too. You probably want to go to that as well. So it's fun. They got the fire truck right there. They got the shot ski and all that stuff. It's a blast. So you'll probably see some more of your Twitter folks, your Texans Twitter folks there. So yeah, man.
Hey, I'm coming down November 4th for the Eagles game. I better see you there, Figgy.
I'll be there. I'm at
barely up.
I gotta be there. I'm gonna get fired.
There you go. BT, what about you? Where we can find your stuff at?
So you can find me at Brown Chubby Bear. I'm either on Twitter Spaces or you can just look at my tweets. And also go to TexansFanBattle.com. I write articles there as well. So those are the two places. And if you're on Redditor, I'm instead of Chubby Bear, I'm Chubby Brown Bear. So that's where all the places you can find me at.
Awesome. And as always,
I followed you back, man. I didn't even realize you was following me, man. Man, I'm not bougie, man.
Good looking at.
Sometimes I don't be following everybody because it be some people with some weird ass profile pics.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I ain't about to do that. All these trolls and stuff.
Bots.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. And guys, you can always find me at A1 Day One Texans, and of course the podcast at Texans Fan Battle. Like Figgy's podcast, you can find us every major platform that you listen to your podcast on. Guys, again, 1 year we couldn't do it without you, so we greatly appreciate big things from Manscaped, big things period coming from us. So keep listening to us and keep putting up with our boringness.
Since Figgy followed you back, that makes him qualified.
There you go.
I don't know if y'all can hear my drops in here, but I think I got my little qualified drop.
Qualified.
There it is.
There you go.
There you go.
You hear it first. BT's qualified. But guys, hopefully next time we talk to you, it'll be a Texans win. So all the Colts fans can cry and whine like they always do and bring back the 2006 Super Bowl win. So here's to it. Let's hope. And we'll see you next time, guys. See you later.
Peace.
Let's go Texans.